Welcome to the July discussion of King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby with Eclectics the Book Club. I'm excited to talk about this book for a lot of reasons, just because I love Cosby, and I feel like most of us have read at least one other Cosby book before. Um, so I'm excited to like talk about that, talk about like his other works after we talk about this one. But first, I just want to go through like a little icebreaker. And so instead of us like all saying like what we would rate the book if we give star ratings or like a vibe rating, I want to know if you all by the end of the book consider Roman a villain, yes or no. For me, I think Roman is a villain. I think he became a villain. So my answer is yes, in short.
Same. I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like before I even got to the end, I was feeling like he was a villain, but definitely by the end, I was like, yeah, he's a villain.
Yeah, same. Before it even got to the end.
I think he was waiting. Like he needed something to bring his inner villain like all the way out, and his opportunity was that.
Yeah, I think he used like family as a guise up until the very end of like, oh, I'm doing these bad things because of my family. Like it was never because of him. It was because of everyone else. It was because of everything else. It was never really his choice. But by the end of it, it's like, no, that's kind of who you really was. Like you just needed that avenue to become the head honcho.
Hmm. Yep.
And so with that, when we think about like morals and stuff, I thought it was interesting that Cosby used like family as the guiding source of his morals and not religion. And I think because like I read All the Sinners Bleed by him, like I think that was an example of like religion play in the book. But for this one, I just thought it was really interesting that family was like the defining factor of like what's morally good and bad. And I think he used the characters a lot to explore that. Because there was one specific moment in the book where Nevaeh was like I feel like all the Carruthers kids were like using like morality, like oh I'm good because I do this thing and everybody else is bad. So like when Nevaeh was like oh I'm not as bad as Chauncey because he's cheating on his wife, like he owes her loyalty. It's just like they were always like outsourcing, like always trying to like put the blame on other people. Did anyone else like pick up on that with any of the siblings?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think just from the jump, like Roman getting Khalil involved and stuff like that, and like them going to the heights that they were going. Like, sure, I mean, I guess that was a means to an end, but it was always going back. Like when Dante would, come up and ask them questions, it was always like, well, I wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for you, like always kind of bringing it back to, you know, it's your fault why I'm doing this, but I'm also like going to protect us.
Yeah. Do you think it was right that he kept bringing that up, like throwing it in Dante's face, like, I'm doing this for you, I'm doing this for you? Do you think that was necessary or anyone else?
Now that I kind of think about it, I wonder if it kind of like goes back to the end, like the whole situation with the mom,
Hmm.
just kind of like how all that kind of went down. Um, yeah, I don't know. I kind of now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of feel like it could that could have been entwined with just like the guilt that like he was also feeling, but like kind of wouldn't allow himself to feel. So, but yeah, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't have kept bringing it up. But also, I guess I understand why he was, just because Dante was kind of spiraling.
Yeah. I feel like he had to keep bringing it up because Dante was just so naive about it. Like,
Yeah,
what were the other options? Like, what could the siblings have done? Just let Dante be killed?
yeah,
And but then it's like you get to the end of the book, Dante was killed anyways.
Hmm.
So all of this was for what?
I feel like he wasn't wrong for bringing it up. However, he kept making it deeper and deeper than what it had to be. Like he was digging himself in a deeper hole. That part wasn't on Dante. That was you. Like you kept making decisions to make this bigger and bigger. Oh, I can invest this, and I'm gonna bring this person, and we're gonna do it. That was a you thing.
Mm-hmm.
You could just pay these people whatever and just left it at that. And that was on Dante, yeah. But after that, it was you.
Yeah, because then it's like he was ego driven. Like he's like, oh, I can do all this with this money. And I think it was like a very interesting portrayal of ego because it was so subtle. Like his ego was very subtle. It was just like, oh, I just know how to make money move. I know how to make money work. And then it's like usually when we think about like drug dealers, like we're not really thinking about it from like a financial advisor standpoint. Like you have to be able to like move money in a very like conspicuous way to be able to flip money the way that he was flipping money and doing money. And it's just like having that viewpoint, I guess, of like a criminal enterprise was just like, okay, well, this makes sense why somebody like him would get into this life because like at the end of the day, everybody was driven by money. His drive for money was more so analytical, I guess. Would that be the right way to describe it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was very much like school smarts. Like they kept calling what they call him like schoolboy or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Like college boy or something
College
like that.
boy,
Boy.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like that approach to going into like the drug world. Like I thought that was a different approach that I hadn't seen before in a book.
And I think it was easy for him to like kind of translate the work he was already doing
Hmm.
to drug dealing because I mean it seems that when you have a whole lot of money, you're always trying to figure out ways to do things with, not pay taxes, not do so and so.
Yeah.
And it seems like he had already got Khalil to do some sketchy things. So it didn't even seem like it was difficult for him to like transfer that knowledge over to doing things that were even more illegal because he was already doing illegal stuff. It
Mhm.
just it just wasn't like murdering people and staging drive-bys.
Yeah, it was more like switching from blue collar crimes to like street life. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't that hard to transfer those transferable skills, to transfer those skills over to be able to do the same work.
And you hear people say stuff like, and you know what, and I hate to use this as an example because it's so annoying to me. When like mainstream media calls like it was a headline a few years ago, like Jay-Z, the former coke dealer, but you'll hear folks say how like learning that business knowledge what has been helpful
Mhm.
in their like quote unquote becoming straight. But he did the opposite. So I feel like you hear a lot of times you like when folks are doing like selling drugs or committing crimes, saying, "Oh, just think what you could do if you put that to good use." But
Yeah,
Roman did it in reverse.
yes. That's exactly what he did. Like he just it was like you didn't want to be there, but now you want to live in this small town because you want to do it the street way. Like what sense does that make?
I think he still went back to Atlanta at the end, though, right? Because he appointed other people to be. So I think he probably did go back to Atlanta. I think.
I thought he stayed.
Yeah, I think he stayed.
Oh, I thought he appointed some other folks to be in charge of it, and he went back. Maybe he was okay.
I think maybe he was about to go. I remember the very ending. They were in there in the crematory and Jealousy was looking through the window like pregnant. But I think like that meeting was more so like these people are working under him now. Like he
Mm-hmm.
won't be in the crematory as much, but he'll still be living there. I don't know. Hold on.
Yeah, I think that's how it went down. I feel like I remember his assistant calling him about an issue, and I think he like told the assistant kind of what to do to kind of handle it. But I
Yeah,
don't know if he ever, it seemed like he ever went back to like stay.
yeah, if anything, I can see him moving back and forth. Like,
Yeah.
but at a certain point, he's going to be too exhausted to keep doing both. And I think the street money is going to be more rewarding to him, like more exhilarating, if you will, for
Hmm.
him, like for his day-to-day career. Because before that, he was living a very boring life. Besides,
Yeah.
I think like his joy was coming from being with that dominatrix and getting his ass beat. I think that was the only thing that was really giving him excitement in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I don't think that Atlanta is enough anymore, especially just like what he has there. Like Atlanta is, I feel like it's just in the background.
Yeah, and I don't know why when I first started the book, I thought it was I don't know what I was expecting, but like even just him being with the dominatrix thing, I wrote down every character's name. Look, I was so proud of myself except hers. Um,
Mhm.
but I thought it was gonna be more of that, like more of an explanation to like him going down that path. But I guess it was just like to lay out the foundation that him, Nevaeh, and Dante all have their vices.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Miss Delicate.
yes, yes. And it was just like kind of funny that that was his vice.
For sure. But I think once we found out what happened with the mom, like it then made sense to me, like why, I mean, not like why that was his, but like, him actually doing it. Like it made sense to like why that's the way he liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he even said that he was attracted to women that looked like his mom, which is so weird. So it's almost like he liked to be punished by women who look like his mom because of what happened.
Hmm.
yeah. Like he was looking for that motherly figure. Um,
And I
and
didn't even really think, I didn't take it too much as of like attraction, but just so much of like trying to like fill that void of his mom. Like that person who was punishing him needed to look like her.
And I think that was like driven from his guilt too, right? Just
Oh,
the
yeah.
like he didn't feel like he really paid for killing his mother.
Hmm.
Right.
And so I feel like that,
Especially,
oh sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying, just because when it came up at the end, when Dante was mentioning it, he just got like really mad and was just like, we don't talk about that, don't bring it up. So it seems like, it's just been something that they have never talked about. So this is the only way that he really can think about it, consider it without like voicing it.
Were you all kind of like shocked that he was the one who killed her?
I was.
I
I,
thought it was him from the beginning.
for real?
Ooh.
What gave you that? Like what made you feel like it was him?
At the very beginning with the whole dominatrix thing.
Hmm.
And then we found out the mom was missing. I said, watch, he killed the mom and he feels weird and has mommy issues now. And then he's gonna be the protector of the whole family now. Like he thought he had to step up since he did this bad thing. So I feel like at the very beginning I knew that he did it. But then I was like, maybe Dante did it since everyone's always protecting him. He's always fucking up. Maybe it was Dante. But initially I was like, yeah, it was Roman.
See, I'm not a good detective. I had no idea until it was
I wrote a note in my little apps
every
on
time
Kindle.
having a little flashback. I said, hold on, what's about to happen? What's about to happen? And so I can see, I never thought it was Dante just because he was just too sensitive. He was way too
Yeah.
sensitive. I can see why something as traumatic as watching his mother die would drive him to using drugs
Oh,
and
yeah.
as recreationally and just seeming so off. And it's like, well, I would be off too if I'm already extremely sensitive and now my mother's gone and I have to hold this secret for everybody.
And he was the reason why Roman even went there. that
Mhm.
he even knew. So yeah, I feel like it was just all of them layers of trauma. Like once I figured out what happened, like all of everything that they did made sense to me.
Yeah, and then just like the cycle like of Nevaeh just being like the outcast of the family. I really felt bad for Nevaeh because she was the outcast of the family, but she was required to be, I guess, accessible and available to everybody in the family. Like she had to continue to keep the business afloat. Like she had to do all the things, but she never knew why. And so I get once when she figured out why she was like, you know what, I don't want nothing to do with you at all. Like, just get me away from her. I would have had the same reaction as her.
And he was too
Yeah.
convicted and like our dad didn't do it. Like I thought he just was too strong about it. Like how do you know? Unless you did it.
Yeah.
Like I know you love your dad, but we also can never say what somebody wouldn't do. I'm like, he's saying it with his whole chest.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he
Yeah, I
did it.
never put that together. I never considered any of the siblings. I mean, a part of me was kind of thinking the dad, but I was really just like, I really didn't know what direction they were going to go in with it.
See, in my mind is so dramatic. I'm like, oh, she's running. She was having an affair with what's their names? Torrent and Tranquil's daddy, and she done ran off.
Oh
She
no.
done, I done put a whole story together in my head. And it's like, no, she's just gone. And I was really shocked that the dad was willing to like I don't know. Whenever Cosby writes these characters, I'm like, maybe I'm not as ride or die or loyal as I think I am. Because how am I like how would I really respond in a situation like this? Like, am I willing to? He didn't really take the fall for his kids, but he just burned her.
Just wrapped up and threw it in there like just any other body.
And then the whole time she's on top of the refrigerator in a cookie jar.
Yeah, that was nuts.
They did take her ring off though.
That's wow. It made sense though, like why are we keeping this cookie jar? But it makes me think like, so nobody ever thought to look in the cookie jar?
Yeah,
Because it was like
yeah.
so at one point in their life they were constantly going in the cookie jar getting cookies.
And it was just never a time you went to the store and was like, I'm gonna put these cookies in the jar. Like, it's crazy.
Not once. But that's just one small flaw. The rest of the story was good though. Um, let's see.
Well, I have a question too about remember we talking about Roman's ego?
Mhm.
Do y'all feel like he got off when you know how Torrent will always remind him like you think you're smart, but you're not smarter than me? Do y'all think he really got off on in his mind being like, I know I'm smarter than him. I know I'm about to backdoor him later on. Like I
Oh
feel like the
yeah.
whole time he was just like, he really think he's smart, but I'm finna show him.
Oh,
He couldn't
absolutely.
wait for that scene to happen where he was like, I got your dumb ass. Like he was just waiting.
Yeah, I think like he was like he felt really good about like the work that he was doing. Like he was like, yes, I am smarter than you. Like he thought he was above whatever Torrent and them had in place. Like even from the beginning. And I don't know if y'all seen Ozark, but it made me think about that scene where Marty's like about to die and he's like, no, I can save, I can save it, I can fix everything, I can do XYZ. And it's like people like that always think they're ahead of the boss, but then we get to the end of the book and it's like, well, I guess he was smarter after all.
Yeah, I did not see coming. I don't know if I was just that's something that I missed, but I felt like get I didn't get that connection, you know? Like I felt like they were so loyal to the brothers, like how would Roman even have an avenue to like start working with them all individually like that and them never say anything, you know? Like
Hmm.
that was wild to me.
Oh, like giving the money behind their back and stuff.
Yeah, like him asking like, how much money have I saved you? Like, oh, I got an IRA now. Like I got all of this, but it's just like they were so ride or die for the brothers, and none of them really seemed to even like him like that. So like, how did he even have that avenue to even to do that?
Yeah, and I think that's just the point of like they were all just loyal to money. Like they were all just chasing money.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah,
like, oh, you have an opportunity for me, but I'm like, I would be scared to cross the twins.
exactly.
Yeah, like ain't no amount of money worth that.
Especially the way that he was just taking the crew out just left and right. Like I would think that the rest of them would be, nervous and scared. Like, because why would they think that Roman would be loyal to them over the brothers? Why did they not think that Roman wouldn't have went to the twin or to the brothers and been like, yeah, so and so got me doing X, Y, and Z.
Hmm. Yeah, I I wanted to see more of how that became what it was because it was very much off
Hmm.
page and
Hmm.
like I don't know, like he really is a stranger just coming in and just flipping everything on his head.
Hmm.
Yeah, because the only thing they showed, what's the guy that got was it Yellow Boy? The one who was at the crematory the first time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's so because he gave him that money and he saw that he took it. And then it was one other person where they kind of laid a seed that he was maybe going to do that. But I think it's like you said, with all of them being driven by money. And if you think a lot of folks, especially people not at the top, are like selling drugs to take care of their families. And the fact that they weren't able to really make any money working for the twins, um, I can see how that would happen. Now, I would be afraid of the twins too, but I can definitely see how actually making money would be more attractive. And they probably like we might have a better chance of living if we work for
Yeah.
Roman over the twins.
Like nobody just
You know
randomly
that
snapping.
teenage boy, like, because he was laughing.
And then it seems like the twins, or I keep calling them the twins, the brothers probably wouldn't breaking them off more money now that they was making more with Roman. They was just pocketing most of it. So I could see that being like, they don't really care about you, come on this side.
Yeah. I just started thinking about jealousy though. And why Roman is so messy. Why would you mess with a sister of all people? Like I didn't get why that was necessary.
Yeah. It's crazy how that all went down for her to turn around and like not want to be a part of the brothers' world and end up really being a part of the brothers' world.
Yeah, unwillingly.
And then for her to just kind of take him back like that, I mean, I guess, grief and, feeling like she needed to be there for him, but like I feel like it was probably off screen, off page too, that like we really never seen him like, well, I guess around that time, like he got rid of the brothers at that point. So it was just like he was obviously never going around, like not sneaking around or being around them as much anymore. So she probably just put it out of her mind. I'm just like she was pretty adamant that like it was a no-go because of him working with the brothers in any type of way.
Yeah, and it's like they were both kind of grieving in a way, but I feel like Roman is he's figured out how to make it seem like he's more hurt than what he is. Cause like even just showing up at her house, I think it was just all part of his ploy.
Yeah, he was just playing on her emotion. He knew this is a woman. Let me tell her I'm sad. I need her.
Yeah.
She's gonna let me in. And she did. And I thought it was ironic how like she looked through that window and seen something that she shouldn't have seen, the same way that Dante did as a kid.
That is
Looked
a
through that
good
same
point.
window. I said, ooh.
Oh, I
I
didn't
didn't
think
even
about
think
that.
of that same window.
Okay, I have another
Mm-mm-mm.
question, y'all. Okay, so y'all remember when the 15-year-old got killed, right?
Yeah.
And then is it D-Train that was cool with his auntie?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That was when I knew D Train was gonna switch sides. When they was at the crematory together and D Train had that little moment like, man, that was messed up. He was only 15. I knew then that that was gonna be a turning point. Also, the way that Roman kept being around them and like being able to ride with them at one-on-ones and at meetings, that was him slowly trying to like get them warm to him. And then they was, I feel like off page having these one-on-one little moments of just chit chat and da 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 da. And they started to think he was like cool or, getting comfortable around him. And then I think once the 15-year-old got killed, that was his perfect timing to just slide in, like, yeah, that was wrong. I would never do nothing like that. Killing kids. And then it just built from there. I feel like that was the major turning point. But I knew after that conversation, either D Train was gonna die or he was gonna tell like something was gonna happen, but I knew that was a turning point, that conversation, because he was a little too loose lipped with that. Because how did he know that Roman wasn't going to tell the twins what he said? You know?
Yeah, Roman probably told him he'd pay for the funeral or he would give some money to the family or something. Went to D Train since he was close to the family and probably that was his window to get to him.
Yeah, and I think like as a businessman, you just learn how to build trust with people to where they kind of
Mm,
because like first of all, his full-time job is have controlling people's money. People don't play about their money. So you already have to have a skill of mastering trust between people. So to be able to manipulate that situation for his own benefit, um, yeah, I agree that that was a turning point in the story too, because it's just like now they just getting out of hand. People don't play about women and kids,
yeah.
but they didn't care too much about that old. He didn't care too much about that old man dying outside the club.
Oh my God.
That told us everything about Roman right there.
Yes, yes. He's just like he would act like just, some casualties are okay because of the fact that he's protecting the family. He's doing this for the family. And I don't know. Like I'm trying to think at what moment I realized like none of this is for the family. He's not doing any of this for the family.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And maybe it's just because a part of him really was doing it for the family, but it was just like less and less over time. Like it just wasn't for family. Like I even feel like at the end, like it's not even about him keeping the crematory in the family. He just is now so far invested in what he's doing and he thinks he's so good at it that it's easier to just hold on to the business.
I feel like it was just him intertwining all his businesses together. Like he's still gonna have to kill people, possibly, in Jefferson Room. So, hey, y'all know we got the crematory right here. I feel like he just combined all his businesses together. They all intertwined now.
And
And
now they don't have Nevaeh to be in the way.
and I don't even think he would have had the idea to use the crematory to get rid of bodies if it wasn't for his daddy. If it wasn't for his daddy using it to get rid of the mama. I don't think he ever would have had that idea.
Mm.
Do y'all think that the dad was trying to save the kids from like getting in trouble or like what do you think the reason was for
Uh,
him just burning her instead of
I
reporting
think
it?
I think it was just kind of like, I already lost my wife. I don't want to lose my kids type of thing.
or
Um,
my kids lose me. I think they were talking about like him potentially going to jail too.
yeah.
Since we talking about the daddy, I've been wanting to ask this.
Hmm.
Do we think that Nevaeh killed the dad?
He did.
Yes.
I
Okay.
thought she confirmed
Okay.
it.
She
Okay, I
did.
thought so too. I thought so too. And I was just like, I just wanted to make sure that that's what
Because
I got.
because she was so certain that he killed
Yeah.
her mom.
Yeah.
And I feel for her because she's just like, I did not have a mother. Like, I didn't have a womanly figure in my life. Like, it was her mom. Like, no matter, nobody deserves to be killed for cheating. And so, in her eyes, it's like, oh, she died because she was a cheater. And her daddy was just so angry about it. And it's just like, no.
Now the guilt that she has, I mean, I think she probably would have had some guilt and some grief behind doing it, but now knowing that what she found out of like how it happened, I'm
Hmm.
sure she's probably gonna spiral behind that.
Yeah, it's just like she killed the wrong person. And
Yeah.
it's like, would you have killed your brother?
I just feel like everybody in that family is too impulsive and makes extremely poor decisions. They
Everybody
keep
is
leaving people dying.
manic.
Like even Dante, I was so confused by that.
I was too. That didn't make no sense.
And like, oh, Cassidy really pissed me off so bad. Girl, you had
So
Oh
one.
my
bad.
God. She
You
should
could
have
have
So
been
been
bad.
able
you
to.
could have been alive still.
She
You
should have been in
could have.
the again.
You just had to wait it out one more week.
And with Cassidy, like Khalil and Roman killed her and told Dante it was the rival gang. And
Mm.
that's when Dante went to the rival gang and that's how he ended up getting killed. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was so stupid though. Why would you go to a gang by yourself? Hey, Ernesto, what's up, bro? What? What?
I
Who
think
are you?
at that point, Dante was just done. He didn't
Yeah.
like he had been trying to unalive himself, if we're being honest. So it's just like he really had nothing else. Like I think a part of him, loved Cassidy or whatever, to what degree he could. But it was just like he didn't have much to live for. He was barely living, if we was being honest. Like he was just
Mm,
taking his drugs and just day by day.
Yeah, the text when he would be talking about how he felt about himself. And he seemed to have suicidal ideation, if you remember when he was talking about his dad wouldn't leave the sharp knives around if he like
Mhm.
his thoughts. But he was such a mess. But when it would be those parts where he would be talking about himself, it made me feel so bad for him. Even though I'm like, you keep doing dumb stuff, but I don't know, it was really sad. And I'm sure it all stems from you would think if your kids accidentally kill their mom and they know you burned it up, you would put your kids in therapy, but maybe you don't want the kids to go and talk about that to the therapist.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because I even felt like even how his dad took care of him financially, it seemed like it was probably out of guilt because
Um,
he knew that in part that's why Dante was the way that he was because of that experience. And he already was just seemed like such a sensitive child.
Which he was, but
but it seemed like he was he was able to still kind of show up at times and help out at times at the crematory, but I think seems like once everything happened with the brothers, it really just got bad and he like never showed up. Like I don't ever remember him like actually going and like helping like they kind of implied that he did at times.
I think it was the same kind of response that Roman had. Like, I feel like that's why he fled to Atlanta because
Mm,
Crematory had these bad memories. Like, my mother died in there. I can't really, how can you work in a place where you played a hand in your mother's death?
yeah.
And then you're constantly, like, burning people every day. Like I don't know, like even just like I kept trying to imagine the smell of the
Mm,
crematory and just like burning flesh. Like I just kept thinking about that and I'm just like, I know that's like a very strong smell. Like they even described it as like no matter how much you wash your hands, no matter how much you wash your clothes, like that smell is gonna stick with you. So even the smell is sticking with you and knowing like you walk into this room and you've seen it bloody before. Like I don't know, like I would be triggered every time I walked in there. So
yeah, that's a
I
good
get
point.
going.
I think also too, if I was to like pick which character I could associate with more, I would say Roman before he went, how he went, because I know I was somebody who couldn't wait to get away from my small town, and I could see myself like immediately getting out of there too. Versus like with Nivea. I felt bad for her, but I also was just like, girl, you kind of chose to do this. But maybe that's me victim blaming. But it was just hard for me to associate with her or with like Dante. So I feel like I felt most in common with Roman. And I understand why he left, even if that hadn't happened with his mom, because it doesn't seem like a lot was going on in Jefferson Run.
It wasn't, but I think like Nevaeh was a representation of like only daughter and like
Yeah.
I guess She wasn't the oldest, but she was basically had to step up and be the oldest and fill that role of them having a maternal figure in the household. So she was still forced to kind of mature and keep the family together. Even though Roman was in Atlanta and he'll send his money and check in every once in a while, but she was really the glue. She was what was
Hmm.
keeping the business alive. She was keeping everything alive. And I think a big part of her drive was the loss of her mother, and just trying to make amends with that because she knew how hard her parents had worked for the crematory and her father was starting to slack. And it was just kind of like easy for her to just stay in the crematory business, and keep the Carruthers family, like the name, in good graces. Is that the right phrase?
Hmm.
But yeah, like just trying to keep the family like, Jefferson Runs does have this positive aspect, or like, and like when black families actually do like work hard and they have a business and they have something for themselves, you really want to keep that, like it's in like the legacy aspect of it.
Hmm.
So I can see why Nevaeh stayed. Like I don't blame her at all. I'm glad that she once she found out the truth that she left. I feel like had she had known the truth earlier on, she would have left a long time ago. I think she would have told the cops on him.
Oh yeah.
She wouldn't have been able to hold that in.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand how she came, like how it came to be that way. I just don't identify
Oh,
with making those type. But
I don't
I get that.
no, I don't like see myself in her character either. I don't think I really see myself in any of them. Like they were all just so distant. Like when I graduated, I did move away, but it wasn't like, oh, I didn't talk to my family. Like I was still talking to my family every day. I was still very connected. It wasn't like, oh, I want to leave this town. I'm too big for this place. It was never that. Um, and Dante's just a special, he's the baby of the family. He's the baby of the family, and I can't relate to that. So I don't know.
I kind of wish that we would have had some flashbacks of like the dad interacting like with the brothers, like when they,
Mm-hmm.
were kind of just feeling all the feels and stuff. I don't know why I was just always assuming that the dad was going to like appear in the book.
Me,
Um,
I,
and that it wasn't as bad as it was.
I had high hopes until I realized, like, oh, the brothers did have something to do with his car accident. Like, it was like, oh, well, it had to be, deadly because they were involved, and those are some dark men.
Yeah.
I had to say something before that, though. My mom brain is gonna come back to me.
I was gonna say I don't think Nevaeh would have told on them if she would have known years ago. Like I think she's had too much time for her mind to just be running wild with all these stories of what happened, how it could have happened. Once she got that cold case file and found that that seat was at that certain angle,
Mm-hmm.
from then on it was tunnel vision. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna get this man. I swear on everything I love, I'm gonna kill him at some point." I felt like at that point it was over with. But before that, I feel like had they just looped her in, should have been sad and hurt, but I think she would have pushed through like they did in a certain extent. I don't think she would have told on them back then had she known. Because I feel like her whole I have to also keep us together would have popped out and she would have tried to still keep everybody together.
I
But
feel
they didn't give her that option.
I feel like she adopted that mindset because her mother vanished. Like, oh, I've lost this piece of me. I don't want to lose any other pieces of me. So I feel like um I did remember what I was gonna say to Veronica. I did remember what I was gonna say. But in regards to the dad, like I think it's just like the least amount of people who know, the better. So it's just like the only reason Dante knew was because he was there. I feel like they probably didn't even want Dante to know, but like
Hmm.
because he is so sensitive, everybody knew even before the mother died. Like they knew that he was sensitive. I think it was just like let's not involve Nevaeh because she doesn't need. Like it wasn't like a need. Like they were a close knit family, regardless of if she knew those details or not. And then as far as what you said, Veronica, about like hoping the dad would come back around, or even just getting those like his appearance in the flashbacks at least, I think it wasn't there because we it was really like honing in on the fact that he was a man of very few words. Like every time
Mm,
like people would talk about him, it was just like, oh, he was so committed to the crematory. Like he didn't really interact with anybody. He didn't really have any friends. Like he had his wife and he had his business and he had his kids. That was really it. But even his interactions and involvement with his family was very, very minimal. Like even the mother didn't feel all that love. She didn't feel like a priority in his life. Like it was really the dad in the crematory. If anything, that was his only true relationship was with his business.
yeah, that's a good point. They probably didn't talk about it outside of probably around that time it happened, that like this is something that we can't discuss, and kind of kept it at that.
Yeah, and then like when we think of like black men, like even just in the real world, like in the age that their father was, it's just like they are like majority of the men don't talk a lot, they don't share a lot, they don't express a lot. So even if he
Yeah.
did have pain or any type of bitterness in regards to Betty cheating on him, it was just, does I say, is that the name, or am I saying Betty because Betty's on her, the mama?
I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like name, but I'm like, hold on, is that because Betty's on her? Okay, but anyways, the mama, like even if he did have any type of like resentment for her, like I don't feel like he outwardly expressed that because that woman was a serial cheater.
Big time. I wonder if like when after it happened, I'm sure like, Dante's young, he was already hysterical before it happened, that he probably was afterwards, and then just kind of Roman was just like a vault at that point. Like it wasn't anything that like Nevaeh would have thought that something was wrong or something happened. Like it wouldn't have been suspicious to her just because of just how they kind of took in took in those emotions like at that time. Like I just wonder like how that went down, if she would have noticed anything.
I feel like everybody was just wrapped up in their own grief.
Yeah, they all took to it in a different way, and
Yeah.
it probably wasn't too far off to like what they were on a day to day.
Hmm. And I wonder, like, had their mother not died, would they have this sense of ride or die loyalty that was driving each and every one of them?
Maybe to not to this extent.
I think the boys probably would have been on the dad's side, and the Nevaeh would have took the mom's side, especially if she just noticed that like her dad wasn't giving her mom like what she expected.
Yeah, I agree. I think I think Roman would have took his dad's side just because he was so angry about her cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So angry. And I think that was the realization for him, like the bubble in his world like kind of popped. Cause like, what do you mean he was cheating? Like he felt like she ruined the family.
He
And
does.
that's ironic because like he blames her for ruining the family, and it's like it's you. At the end of the book, it's only you.
Yeah. So he probably, Loki probably felt okay with what happened to
Hmm.
her to an extent because of what she did.
Yeah.
Do y'all think the dad had any idea that Nevaeh affected him? Because I don't think he did. Because she was still with him. She still worked there every day. Like, if you know somebody think you killed their mom, wouldn't that change the relationship? Even if you don't talk a lot, like, wouldn't that be something?
I
I
mean, yeah, I feel like it had to have been some type of resentment building at some point for her to, because at this point of everything was going on, like she was still really invested on, figuring it out. So I feel like there had to have been some resentment building, and maybe it's because, he was in a coma and like she knew that she probably wasn't never going to be able to get the answer from him.
yeah, I think like even while they was working together, he was drunk all the time. So that was him
Forgot
dealing
about
with
that.
his grief. So they had very like again, like he was just a man of very few words, like it was minimal exchanges. And I looked at my notes. Her name was Bonita, not Betty. I'm sorry, Betty. I didn't mean to put you in the book. But yeah, I think like he did not engage with his kids after that. I like grief is a very, very tricky thing. And Cosby like captures like four different versions of grief
Yeah.
with each of those characters and how they were making sense of that loss. Like that is a big loss. Like anyone, like mothers are always like, a central figure within the family, for the most part. So to lose that member of the family, like is already in shambles. And I feel like even if Dante didn't get into bad business with the brothers, I feel like something was going to happen to that family. Because like the truth always reveals itself.
Yeah, Dante was gonna say something. He couldn't hold it in any longer.
He might have just overdosed eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that something was going to draw Roman back. There was always going to be something to bring him back. And it's sad that I had to play out.
Mm.
Um, let me see. So my last question would be like if Cosby were to write like another book after King of Ashes to like continue this story, whose perspective would you want to hear it from and why?
It's a good question. I hadn't really thought about it.
Because it could be interesting from everybody's perspective. I feel like
Yeah.
Nevaeh's so far removed, so she's really out of it. But I think I think I would want to continue to hear the story from Roman's perspective. Because Khalil, he was there, but again, another example of a man of very few words. But I know he has a very interesting backstory that we didn't really get all of it. But I know that
Yeah.
he's seen some dark things and will continue to be like this henchman that runs around and does like Roman's dirty work. But I think I would want to continue to hear it from Roman's perspective, and how he keeps going. Kind of like I try to stop doing this, but I can't help it. But kind of like Power. Like I just want to see things keep going with, this mastermind behind this very intricate enterprise that he has created for himself. Like I want to see it keep going because there really is no way out of that life once you get into it. Like it sucks to like say that, but like I have hopes that you could get away from it, but it's hard. It is hard to leave that life.
I think
Yeah.
too, I agree. But I think I would want to see like what Nevaeh is going to do because is she really just never speaking to her brother again? Like, is that it for real?
I think so.
Yeah.
That
I
is
do
so
too.
spicy though. Like we were like this, and now also I thought her and Khalil might get together. And the other theory I had was that Khalil was going to eventually turn on Roman. So that's what I was waiting for the whole book. As I
Hmm.
was turning pages, I was waiting for us to find out Khalil was not who he portrayed to be, but that clearly didn't happen. Also at the end with jealousy, I was like, so are you gonna stay with him? Like, I know you're pregnant, but like, and he gonna propose. So like, y'all finna get married and raise a family, and you know that he's now a crime gang lord, dude. Like, your whole life is gonna be built on a lie. You know this right now, looking through this window. Are you still going to marry him and have this baby and be a fake happy family? Well, she might actually be happy, but
I
I
think she
don't
I
know.
think she is. I believe that she is because she already comes from a broken household.
Yeah. Maybe Roman was, when she asked him about it, like he spins it in a way that is enough for her
Hmm.
to just kind of look the other way. Because now she's too far in. And like, even if she was to keep the baby and not be with him, she still would never get away from him.
Hmm. And I think like when she was looking through that window, she also had the realization that he killed her brothers.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Because like this, like I think in that moment she's like realized I don't know this man at all. I know nothing about him, and I'm having his baby.
Yeah. Sheesh. Or jealousy.
Waited. And why was her name Jealousy?
Yeah, the explanation that they gave, I was just like, really now? That sounds like a small town black family would do.
Mm-mm. Let me see if I have any other questions.
If not, I have one.
Go ahead.
Bless you.
Please. Thank you.
Do y'all think Roman is about to be the twins reincarnated, like worse than them? Remember when somebody was asking a question and he was like, "You asking me all these questions, I'm gonna get paranoid. You might end up believing in one of these." I was like, "Hold up, I thought you were different from the brothers." That's the same type of things they would say. So like, it's like I left one devil for another one. And what if this one is worse than the twins?
I think he has the potential to be worse.
Because of all the power that he already has and what he's shown them, the way that he can get this money, and like he just knows he has so much power over them. Like it makes sense.
Yeah, like he has no problem just offing people. None whatsoever. And he's very strategic about what he does. And so I think the fact that like he can like smile in your face a little bit and then have things working in the background, like he's really playing chess with these people. And it's just like, I don't know. Like I think he has the power to be worse than the twins.
I
Yeah.
feel like he got too into their personal lives too. Like the twins just weren't paying them enough money, right?
Hmm.
He is paying for nieces to go through college, grandmas and on hospice, whatever he was doing, all that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a different kind of threat. Like just not giving me enough money is one thing, but to take my niece's tuition or take my grandma off, the ventilator, like that hits different. So I feel like because he has them on a tighter rope. Like his I don't know what I'm trying to say. I can get the words out. Y'all get what I'm trying to say though? Like
Yeah,
the
like
stakes
he
is higher
Oh
now.
yeah.
yeah, he's really invested in their lives. Like he knows what's going on. Like he's very personable with them. Like he's and that's what I was saying about like he's mastered how to build trust with people. Like I don't even think he sees them really as friends or even family. Like they're essentially clients that he has worked to fulfill whatever he needs. Um and so that's like, okay, I'm gonna give you this money so that we can make these moves and do XYZ. But like he's getting to know them in the same breath. Like it's not a hostile work environment anymore, but it is a very deadly one. Like if he's crossed, I can see that.
And I feel like at least with the brothers, they were honest. Remember when people were dying and getting burnt up and all that? He's like, I don't care about him. Where my money at? Right? I feel
Yeah.
like Roman's approach was different. And so they probably think that he genuinely cares about them
Hmm.
to a certain extent, at least, and he doesn't. And they don't know that. Also, no offense to any of these people, but I don't think they're the brightest crayons in the box either. And he has that advantage over them as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that goes to like the point you were making earlier, just about like him being smarter than everybody. So now he's back in his hometown. He knows this town from front to back. Like the Carruthers is a big deal there. So he can really be the head honcho in peace. And he knows that he is smarter than them. And it kind of brings into the whole like poverty thing. Like these people are poor. They're going to work for him because they need money to pay for hospice care. They need money for tuition. They need money to take care of their day-to-day life. So he's able to manipulate and do what he needs to do in order to stay ahead. And they make it easy for him to do that.
Hmm.
Mm,
Crazy turn of events, man.
it
I
was.
did not see that coming.
I was so shocked. I was really like rooting for him through the book. Like, oh, he's just doing this
Yeah.
for the right reason. He's only
Hmm.
doing this so that, he can get from up under their thumb and get back to his life in Atlanta and do right by people. And it's just like,
Yeah. So he's gonna make it right. Like he's gonna come out on the good side of this.
yeah. And then
Nope.
it's like he's dropping guns off to the enemy. Like, how do you even have access to all these things?
Exactly.
Khalil.
And I want to know how he's paying Khalil to do all of this. Because it just always seemed like his money was just so far tied up. But if you have money to pay for Khalil, why didn't you just pay that debt?
It seemed
I think he could
like
have.
it seemed like at one point he was just like Khalid was like what you did for my mom or something like that. Like they was good, but maybe that was just for like one of the things he did.
Yeah, and Khalil he was a certified hitman.
Like
Khalil
ask
don't have
no
nothing else to do.
questions.
No. Just
Mm-mm.
ready, unavailable at all times. He called that man and said, "Hey, you want to run?" He like, "Yeah, I'm here." Nigga, why you just randomly here? What?
He was just always available. Like, where's your life outside of this?
He was in the museum just waiting for the call.
And he was always so calm,
Yes.
just so chill.
Like didn't bat an eye at the fact of like what they were doing.
I
Or
think
that it
that
was just
Roman, go ahead.
no, I was just saying just the fact that it was just unfamiliar territory to him, like, none of
That's
that ever
true.
mattered.
Hmm.
That is true. Don't you have to learn these people and like these streets and the dark alleys and
He already knew. And Khalil is actually much more smarter than Roman, I believe.
Why you say that?
I just feel like to be able to really disassociate from what you're doing, like he was
Mhm.
an expert in that life.
Yeah,
Like he may not be able to move the money the same way as Roman. That's Roman's greatest strength. That's really his only strength is that he's able to move the money around.
yeah. Khalil was bringing the ideas of how to take it down.
Yeah. Like
Roman also knows how to talk and Khalil don't talk.
that's that business side of him. Oh,
And
I know.
then
I
the
think
brothers, I feel like the brothers would like lost out of just like not keeping an eye out on Roman in like that house and like, cause why did they never peep Khalil? Like, so y'all didn't consider him as a threat or anything. So like y'all didn't even put in that extra effort. But what you didn't think that he would ever run or anything like that? Like, I don't know.
I think they just severely undermined him. Like they thought college boy, that was it. Like he's not gonna try
Yeah,
to like it was like, oh well, he's seen us, kill Getty, he's seen us kill all these people, like he's not gonna try us. And I think that
yeah.
that was their biggest mistake.
I don't know.
But Roman was very good at pretending like he wasn't a threat. It's just like I'm just trying to he's like, I don't like y'all, you don't like me. I'm really just trying to get out of this.
Mhm.
I feel like even if somebody was like, "Oh, I don't like you," I don't know. I feel like you my op. You're really gonna
yeah,
try.
you gotta get out of here. When they
But
kept saying like,
Silly.
"I'm seeing you too much," why did they keep seeing him after that?
hmm
That was so dumb.
and I
Like you
think
done took this man's teeth, the finger, like come on.
no, for real. Even just that when that happened, I said, "Oh my God, he's not playing around." He
Yeah, I had to buckle up at that point. I was like, oh,
he
this is
just
what
got
we on.
to town. He just got to town and he done lost his teeth.
Sheesh. A new pair of veneers that quickly. I'm like, okay, it's really going down.
Y'all made him buy new teeth. Don't
Yeah, you
play.
could never trust him again. Like when you
Yeah,
knock somebody's teeth out, how could you ever trust them?
and cut my brother's finger off.
And I feel like
And
Roman could have really paid them. He could have even asked the rapper or whoever for a loan. Like if Roman really wanted to pay them off at once, I think he could have found ways to do it. I think this was just a part of the bigger scheme. Like I think I don't know. I think he just wanted a taste of his life, and he was just trying to find his way in, and he found it because he could have found a way to pay them off quicker if he really really wanted to.
I think he
mm,
accidentally, I don't think he always wanted to be in it. I think he just, his skills sent him there. Like he
yeah,
talked himself into it. He talked himself into joining that life. Cause I don't think it was like, oh, I want to be a part of a
Yeah,
drug enterprise. I don't think it was ever that. I think he just like his choices led him there and he had to follow the inevitable.
I
Um,
think he needs something different.
he was bored with his life.
I think he probably saw it as a option, just how easy it was to just do all the things he was doing. Like he knew he was smarter than them, and something had to click when he was really getting them all on his side. Like I feel like it just made sense as an avenue that he felt like he was already being challenged. Like so that was just the next big challenge. Like he was feeding off that.
Yeah. Have any of y'all ever watched The Godfather?
No,
I haven't.
Me either. And I feel like I should read it just so, not read it. I should watch it just so that I can see the difference and like what aspects of The Godfather really inspired Cosby for the book.
Yeah, that's a point.
I always say I'm gonna do stuff like that, and then I just be lying. It sounds good until I start a new book.
Sounds good, but I done read the book, so why do I need to watch the movie?
I don't even watch TVs anymore, so
Yeah,
yeah. But I did say that when I was reading it. I was like, let me go back and watch this movie, see what it's hitting for. I'll probably never see that movie, honestly.
me either, because
It sounds good though.
I know it's long.
It is.
That's so
And
crazy.
by the time
I'm
you
not saying
watch it, you're gonna forget it.
I'm not sitting through no 2.5 hour movie, but I will read a book.
Period.
No, like I've seen let me not lie. I've seen bits and pieces of Scarface, but it all kind of ends up the same. Like it's a shootout, murder, and somebody else you cut off the head and two more grow.
Hmm.
And that makes me think like I feel like he's about to have somebody pop up from the other gang. Like they about to come after him. If we do get a next book, that's what's gonna happen.
I Googled it, y'all. The Godfather is 2 hours and 55 minutes.
See what I mean? Yeah.
Also, do y'all think that Shade is okay? Did y'all see that twist coming? 'Cause I definitely saw that. Remember when Roman was texting Shade 1-on-one and Homeboy was like, "Why y'all talking without me?" I knew that was gonna be a turn of events, but I
Mhm.
think Shade may be the one to like, throw a little something in the water because he may think Roman is too smart or making too much noise or, I don't know. He might see him as a problem eventually.
Is that the mayor?
No, Shade is the big boss who is over the brothers.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
what's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
happen is I think Roman is gonna end up taking Shade's spot.
Mm.
I
Like
can see that
that's
happening too.
yeah, like that's how far removed that like that's the type of position that he would probably be after.
Like he's
But
always,
that would be harder though, right? Like that's like a big position to take
yeah, but I can see him doing that. Just like
or trying.
any other drug show, like you end up like there's always somebody above you that is Like they may see you as a threat or you see them as a threat. And it's just like there goes beef right there. So then I feel like it could end up being like Shay has seen, Roman make all this money, and then he's like, I want you to do more. I want you to triple that. And constantly tripling that, like, Roman gonna get tired and take him out. That's how I see it. I think he's gonna take him out, if anything.
So all he has to do is prove to, you know, prove to be of more value than him to the bigger guy. You know, give him a good proposition of like what he can provide that the other guy can't.
Yeah, I agree. It's like just so many paths that the book could go, like after this, like
Mhm.
where it could go. I feel like I couldn't survive like in that life because every day, literally, not even every day, every hour is just unpredictable for them. Like you never know what's around the corner. You never know what's leading up. And it's just like, I don't want any parts of that. No, thank you.
At all. That type of anxiety, absolutely not.
Like I'm gonna spend every day just on edge every single day. You
Mhm.
can't even enjoy money at that point.
Right.
Nothing you buy is really gonna give you the peace that you truly need because you're on edge.
You can
Mm.
literally go to work, giggle at a nigga, and then you die. Like
And
what?
that literally happened.
Like I giggled too. I ain't gonna lie. When he slipped, I died laughing for 2 seconds. I said, "Oh, this is hilarious." I
And
know
it's
he's gonna
like,
be
oh,
pissed.
you thought that was funny.
It
Nigga,
was. I can't have a sense of humor. It's strict as fuck around here. I'm 15.
no, like Goofy, a teenager. But no, not in that life. Ain't nothing funny. Imagine a life where nothing can be funny. That's not a life I want to live. I smell
Mm-mm.
too much. I smell way too much, baby. I'm not gonna make it past day one.
Also, the random shootouts, shooting up, what was it, Ken Sierra or whatever, and the birthday girl died. I'm like, y'all are shooting up innocent children.
Yeah,
Jesus, shoot the target, the person that you came here for.
just missing everything. Mm-mm. Yeah, like all of the senseless deaths along the way was just that was really hard to deal with. Like even
Yeah.
did Getty deserve to die? No, nobody deserves to die. But like die like that was so extreme. Like I
Mm,
like even though I wonder like on the audiobook if it was like somebody really acting out the screams, but I feel like that's a sound that I wouldn't be able to get out my ears ever.
oh yeah. And I feel like Roman didn't even hesitate. Like,
Mm-mm.
and that was crazy to me at that point because I'm just like, how can you just this regular guy like didn't intend to be in this situation, just do it so effortlessly.
Yeah, like he was very cold. And it was just always, it's them or us. It's them or us. And it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's very much you. And Dante not having to
Mhm.
say it all and anything. Like, yeah, he made mistakes, but also like keep them clued in.
Yeah.
Ah,
Like he could have never sat down with Khalil in the brainstorming meetings.
no, like he wasn't allowed to be involved. But I
A
mean, I guess
kid.
he was also always out of his mind. So there's that.
True.
Yeah.
But mm. So with King of Ashes, if you read any of Cosby's other work, how would you all rank this book compared to the others? If
I've
you
only read All the Sinners Bleed, and I liked King of Ashes more than that one.
did you really?
I did,
I liked All the Sinners Bleed more than this one.
really. I mean, I don't know, like I probably was just kind of I wasn't reading that one like consistently, but I kind of just felt like the when we just the whole serial killer, like I don't know if it kind of came to me the way I needed it to. Like it kind of just felt like it didn't feel like a huge climax. It was just kind of like, okay, yeah, this is him, and like, yeah, and like, sure, we, he pieced it together, but it didn't hit me the way that King of Ashes, like this plot, like how that hit me. It didn't hit me the same.
Like all the twists.
Yeah,
I think because it was a serial killer, I think that's what I like the most about All the Sinners Bleed and just like
mm,
all of the different deaths and how it was set up and just how everything was connected. Um, I read this one, obviously, All the Sinners Bleed, Razor Blade Tears, and Blacktop Wasteland. And I feel like they all just gave me different experiences. But I will say All the Sinners Bleed, like I'm torn between All the Sinners Bleed and Blacktop Wasteland as being my favorite. And then this one, and then Razor Blade Tears.
I always hear people put Razor Blade Tears as number one. Like
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out which one to go to next, if it's gonna be Razor Blade Tears or Blacktop Wasteland, because I think when I read All the Sinners Bleed, like I definitely became a fan. Like I loved the writing. Like it was good. So I knew I was gonna pick this one up. So I'm like now I'm like, where do I go next?
I feel like you can't go wrong. Like you really can't go wrong. They're all
Yeah,
different, but they're all like his powerful Virginia, like Southern thriller. Like he
yeah,
really has that in the bag because like it's all different type of crimes. Um, and like the scenes that he creates, like they're always very vivid.
yeah.
So let me know which one you go with next. I honestly, I don't think you go wrong with any of them. Like I really enjoyed all of them.
That's good to know. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about all of the books. So yeah, I kind of figured that too. But for some reason, I feel like I'm leaning towards Blacktop Wasteland.
Yeah, I that one I did like as a book club trivia. So it was fun to read it. I think I enjoyed it, like the overall experience of reading the book. Like I
Yeah,
was reading it with the intention of trying to find like those hidden details and the trivia aspect of it. So I think that's why I like it more than Razorblade Tears. And Razorblade
yeah.
Tears was the first book of his that I read. But again, really good. So I just kept going with Cosby wherever he went. So
Yeah, I heard that the next book is supposed to be based in like Cali, like he's getting out of Virginia.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like a transplant in Cali, like the person's from Virginia, because he has such a strong, like Southern voice in his work. So like
Yeah,
maybe the person's a transplant. That's gonna be good. We'll have to read that one.
for sure.
I
Um,
think my order is Razor Blade Tears
mhm.
because of the overall experience. Then Blacktop Wasteland, which I didn't finish until after I left trivia. And then this one. Also, my question, did all his books have a bunch of words like this in them? Or was it just this one? Because I physically read it. It was so many words I had to Google. I said, oh, I'm clearly not that smart.
I think it
I
was
don't remember the
because
other two having that many words.
I think it's because of who the main character was. Like he had to demonstrate his intelligence. Cause I don't think so. I don't think the other books had as many. Cause I was the same way. I was writing down a vocab list, which I do for some books often. Cause I don't know all the words, so I'm just like, let me practice using this word. But no, I think this one it was more so like really showcasing that Roman is super smart, and I think like a lot of the things that I was googling was more like business and financial language,
Hmm.
like I didn't really know. I'm like, what do you mean by this? What is that? So I think that's where I was really having to Google the most.
I keep a dictionary near when I'm reading, or I mean, like the app on
Mm,
my phone. I feel like there's always something. I'm like, I have no idea.
This is new to me. Hold on. Y'all making words now. Nobody ever told me about this.
Yeah, I really like his writing though and his storytelling.
Hmm.
It's easy to get into and to just want to keep getting, delving into it.
And it's not like I like that it's not like, oh, this long drawn out slow build up. It's just like action out the gate, like taking us right into what's happening in the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
Mm. Betty, what about you?
This is actually my first time reading a book by him,
Oh,
but Razor Blade Tears was on my reading list because I saw so many people would randomly talk about it. But I've not read. This is the first book I've read, but I'm no.
so you're like in the space of like I'm gonna read more Cosby though.
Yeah, yeah, like I said, but now that y'all are saying y'all aren't picking Razor Blade, but I think I still will read that one
No,
next.
Razor Blades, it's good. I feel like it's just really hard to rank them because they're all so good in very
Oh,
unique
okay.
ways. Yeah, I don't think like I can't discourage you from reading any of them. None of them were like,
Yeah.
oh, I wish I had my time back. Because there's a lot of books that I do wish I had my time back. But Cosby books are not on that list.
I think it's like character driven too. I felt like for Razor Blade Tears, I was so locked into like the mission.
Yeah.
Like this one, I already knew Roman was the villain at the beginning, right? So I
Mhm.
didn't have that many ties, and I wasn't like, I don't know. This was just more for the plot. I didn't really root for Roman though, because I thought he was the villain at the beginning. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why this one is my least favorite. But like with the other two, I was like rooting. I'm like, yes, yes, like we had to have this one. I wasn't rooting for Roman in this one. So maybe that's why it's last for me.
I think like the other ones too, it was always like a duo. Like it wasn't just one person that was really at the center. Like Blacktop Wasteland had the two dads, right?
Razor Blade Tears had to do that.
Yeah, okay. Razor Blade Terrace had the two dads, and then I think
Blacktop had what's his name?
The
Blacktop had
Bud
the
or
getaway
something.
driver, but
The getaway driver. Yeah,
yeah,
but yep.
and then All the Sinners Bleed was just the sheriff, but like the sheriff is obviously the good guy. But yeah,
Also, there was a little
can't go
cameo
wrong.
too.
You can't go wrong.
Did you notice the cameo from
Yes.
Razor Blade
Yeah.
Tears? Where I
Oh, they had the mention of the driver in King of Ashes, the one from Blacktop Wasteland.
okay, I see what he doing.
Yeah. Because it's just
Mm,
like they're all these small little counties, they're all connected in Virginia.
yeah.
And I think it's like that southern, like small town southern secrets, like everybody like word spreads.
And for me, Razor Blade Tears had a little bit of comedy in it too. Buddy Lee was funny to me.
He was until he, yeah.
Yeah. So if y'all haven't read it, the
Anyway,
dude in this book, Ike, the one who did the lawn care, he was a main character in Razor Blade Tears. So like when he was talking about his best friend and the tattoos and all that, like that, you that's their story from their book.
Everything's okay.
Yeah, I heard there were some cameos.
I love that. Um, does anyone have anything else about King of Ashes they want to talk about?
Okay, I have one final question.
Yeah.
If you were jealousy at the end, looking through that window,
Hmm.
would you make the same choice that she's going to make? Or would you just be like, nah, I can't do this?
I'm not doing that. I'm not living that life
At all. And I'm
because
not
it's
gonna force my kid to either.
and it's everybody else that's connected to that person that really takes the burden. Like they really carry that burden. So no.
And at the time, like Roman didn't know she was pregnant, right?
Yeah, that baby's gone, baby. That
Yeah.
is
Like either the that or me and the baby gone and like you just will never know.
I think Roman has the means though. He's gonna find that girl.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
He's gonna find that
He
girl.
gonna send Khalil to find her.
Mhm. And he would get to the point he's gonna kidnap her. You can't take my and then find out she also had a baby. Oh no. He's just slowly getting deeper and deeper into the dark side. So now I feel like that was her moment, like the same way for Dante. Like that was your moment to make a choice on what you gonna do with that information. Choose wisely. Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. He would have had to find me because I would have been out of there. Like like he killed my brothers, right? And I get we not that close, but just as easily as he killed my brothers and didn't say nothing and moved on with his life, somebody can come and do that same thing to me. I'm
Exactly.
not dying about nobody.
No, I'm just the baby's gone and I'm gonna break up. I'm gonna make it very peaceful, a peaceful dissolvement. I'm out of here, this isn't really working. Girl, pick them fights and get out of there.
And she had to, at that point, have some of his money. So she probably, had some type of means to get somewhere and maybe figure it out. I mean, she seems smart, so like she could have figured some type of protection out, but it still probably wouldn't have been enough.
Go back to DC. Go on back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely a good read. I was looking forward to kind of talking it through because it was wild.
It was. I feel like this was one of those books we probably should have had a mid-month check-in though, just to like do conspiracy theories. And what?
Yeah.
Because I had like 10 of them written down.
Mm-hmm. Like, because it could have went any way. Like, it was really no
Mhm.
way to know.
I
Ugh.
thought jealousy was a plant that her brothers set up. I had so many theories.
I thought so too. I was like, there's no way
Yeah.
she's that innocent.
And that's the girl that you just end up talking to. Like she just showed up talking to you. Like sure you were probably new in the town, but like it definitely felt very planned.
Hmm.
And
And
she into the same thing you into?
huh?
Right.
Like she was like into the whole call me mom thing. Like she was okay with that. Like
Oh
remember
yeah.
he was trying to find girls and he couldn't find a girl who was the right fit, like Miss Delicate. And
Yeah.
then here comes jealousy. She was just too perfect. Like,
They
nah.
also bonded over like anime and just like history and just all that stuff.
She was literally perfect for him. I just nah, I would have been too paranoid. Their sister is my perfect match. That's crazy.
I'm just thinking about that dynamic of like jealousy and Nevaeh both being sisters to very deranged men. And they were very much on the outsides of it.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the Chauncey twist coming? Y'all seen that one, right?
I seen that one coming.
Okay.
The way he was cheating on his wife. And he was just nasty.
Hmm.
Like zero respect.
But Roman clearly, probably saw it too, or knew that, you know, he was gonna figure out if that was he was gonna like draw him out. I felt like,
Like he was a selfish, money hungry, self-gratifying man. Like there was if he was trying to get in business with Roman, of course he's gonna be in business with the twins because they run that city. Well, they run that town.
Hmm.
So
he needed a home at that point, like sleeping in his
Just
car
to
or whatever.
blame Bea. And then we find out he was also with like a meter maid or something too.
he was a meter maid.
No, he was sleeping with one. Like it wasn't just
Oh
Nevaeh,
yeah, like he was sleeping around. He was sleeping around with everybody.
but he blamed her. Like, yeah, you're the reason why I'm homeless. No, no, no. You're the reason why you're homeless.
Mm.
He was such a loser. And I just felt bad for Nevaeh because it's just like she was just alone.
Yep.
Ugh.
So what is she gonna do though? Like, does she have some money saved up, or like, do y'all think Roman gonna try to find her and make sure she's at least financially okay, or?
I think he's gonna find a way to like send her money. But I feel like she's one of them people like, I don't want your blood money.
Hmm.
She
Same.
But at the time, does she know what he was into, or you think she just probably has found out at this point?
Oh, bye, Betty. Have a good night.
Good night.
What was your question, Veronica? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying like at that point when she left, did she know what he was into, or do y'all think that she found out like after she left, like
I don't
what
think
he
she
ended up
knows.
becoming? Yeah, I don't think so either.
But I think she has like a feeling like I think she just like sees her brother as like this is a madman. Like whatever he's been involved in since he's been here, it's obviously deadly. Like it's obvious. Like I think now she just sees her brother as like, oh, okay, like he's always up to something that is dangerous.
Just like with the
And the whole
mom, right?
mom,
Hmm.
yeah, the
Like
icing on the cake.
she she doesn't know the whole story, like, right? Like he just was like, it wasn't him. But he never actually came out and said it was me or what actually happened, right? She just was like, stop, don't say no more, and like left.
Oh no, he told him.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because she was just like he came out and was just like it was an accident. Like
Okay.
yeah.
and that's when my mouth just hit the ground. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Can you imagine killing your dad for nothing?
Mama's
Bro,
daddy's gone. Like you just been angry at him for no reason.
Dante is dead.
Everybody's gone. It's just them two.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do we think that Roman knows that it was Nevaeh? Like, did he get that comment?
I
I
think
feel,
so.
I feel like he didn't really care enough.
No.
I don't think he did to even think long term about
He
it.
was all up in arms about him going into a home or whatever. So it kind of just felt like he was really just trying to like protect his dad, or like he was really just team dad. So I was just kind of thinking that like if he did find out, like he would probably be done with Nevaeh.
I don't think he would be done with Nevaeh personally, just because like he's gonna stick to his little mantra about family, about having to stick together. I don't. I think he would have forgave her because he would want her to forgive him for killing their mom.
Now that she knows, yeah. I think if she never knew, then I think he probably would, because he would have just kept wanting to hold on to that secret and not want her to like see him that way.
Yeah, they just have too much. They got too much baggage, too much trauma.
Too much.
This book is
So
an
like,
example of what happens when you don't deal with your trauma and your truth.
and you keep secrets.
All these secrets, yeah.
Because I'm just like, as soon as she did it, she found out. And I'm just like, that would just be way too much for me. It's just like all it took was for my brother to tell me, like,
Entire time.
everything.
Bro, somebody shot at me. Like I was in a shootout. And y'all don't tell me we beefing with people and they shooting?
That would have been enough for me. Get me
I would
out.
have left then. Yeah.
Like leave and not come back. Cause what do you mean? You already hate the daddy. You hate working at the crematory. You just hate it all. Just leave. Mm-mm. I feel like it's one of those books that will just keep you thinking. Cause what is going on with these characters?
I know I always just be thinking about Nevaeh and the fact that she wanted to leave to just like have her own life and do what she wanted to do. But now I just feel like she just has this new level of trauma and baggage, and that like that's going to derail her from those goals.
Yeah, like even though she did leave, it's just like she has a lot to address and to make
Yeah,
really move on with her life. And Roman was just so up his own ass because he's just like, you know you can leave. And it's like how?
right. You're not about to like lace these boots up and be in here. Like, what are you talking about?
Like you not staying, you're not gonna be here long. So I like when she was throwing all that shade at him because he deserved it.
Hmm.
That's what you talking about? You coming back here like you just always been around. No.
And then like why would you never like try to get, you at this high in your career, you got this money, like could you not have like gotten them like some employees to kind of like help alleviate all the work they were doing? Or like would the dad not have wanted that since it was like his baby? But just for like Nevaeh's sake, like
Yeah,
I mean he was never home. He probably never even really knew that she was struggling like that.
yeah. I think it would have had to been Nevaeh's call to hire more people. Like she would have had to take initiative to do that on her own.
Yeah.
And he probably thought Dante was probably more active than what he actually was.
Dante. May he rest in peace. Dante rest in peace.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, him dying did piss me off more than anything else in the whole book. Well, besides Cassidy. Him and Cassidy both pissed me off. I feel like they both sacrificed, basically.
No, I would have cut the entire book down to 10 pages. Just handle that from the beginning.
Hmm.
But I feel like even if Dante did die in the beginning, that still would have fell on Roman
Yeah.
or on the Carruthers period.
Yeah, I was not expecting for Dante to die.
I I feel like I kind of seen that coming. I feel like either he was going to be murdered or he was going to kill himself. I didn't see him making it to the end of the book.
Yeah.
He didn't
Or I
have
guess just
to live for.
yeah.
Mm.
Because of course Roman wasn't gonna tell him like what actually happened to Cassidy.
Roman was just a habitual liar.
But I'm just like, you knew your brother was on drugs, just impulsive anyway, like always doing stuff like that. Like, why would you not think that this, especially you finding out that like he was still talking to her, that like he wasn't gonna like confront them or like just, I don't know, like you kind of just put him in that spot to crash out and like go that way.
Yeah. Mm.
He dropped the ball. He should have had Khalil make sure that homegirl went back home. Why would she be driving that man car? That was stupid. And then also, remember we
Exactly.
was talking about earlier how his teeth got knocked out, Dante finger got cut, all that. Y'all, I'm forgetting. These people put their daddy in a coma they never came out of. There's no
Mhm.
way that you could think I could ever trust you, work with you. I don't know. The brothers was stupid too. Ain't no way. Y'all let yourselves get killed.
Everybody was stupid.
Y'all ran this man daddy off the road. What y'all thought he was gonna do? Kumbaya and just pay y'all with no nothing?
But
So dumb.
that's what Turin was saying. He was like, how can you not like I done did all this to your family. What do you mean you don't really? Of course you kind of want me dead. Like I feel like he had a feeling, but it wasn't like he didn't think Roman was gonna go through with it because he's just so smart. Like he's just a good boy.
Yeah, he think he was capable.
Yeah. Mm, dang y'all. It's a good book. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good book. But next month is not a thriller. I think it's gonna have like some intensity to it. So we're reading Great Black Hope in case you want to read along. It's a debut novel and it's about a black man and hold on. He's it's a gay black man. I know he was pulled over for like cocaine, like he had cocaine on him or something. I haven't read it yet. Caught between glamour and tragedy, his race and his class, courtroom dramas, and the truth about his friend's mysterious death.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. You say he was a gay black man.
Yeah, a gay black Stanford graduate. He was
Okay.
arrested for cocaine possession at the end of a New York summer. Yeah. So it's like a like race and class, like the dichotomy of it.
Yeah. Mm.
Mm. I think it's like timely for the conversation that's going on right now on social media about black elitism. So it could be good,
Yeah.
wise. Yeah. But that's all I got for today's discussion. Do y'all have anything else?
I don't think so. I think we dived into all the things that I wanted to.
Same. Yeah.
Same, but if we keep talking, we'll be here till midnight because there's just so much more we could say. So I feel like we have to end it, or we'll be here all day.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Thank y'all so much for coming and reading with me and the rest of book club. And I hope y'all join next month.
All right. I will
Yeah.
see
Good talking
y'all.
to y'all. Have a good night.
Y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.